Hi! Welcome back to the weird side of YouTube. This is Storyteller, and yes, I am recording it on the same day as the Alien video. If you haven't watched that, I'll have an annotation somewhere. Today I wanted to talk about a group of stories that happened over the course of about 3 years, I think. My mom's Native American, so I know all about their folklore and stuff. And a lot of people get confused when I say my mom is Native American, and I don't refer to myself as that. I'm not adopted. I am from her. It's just that, A, I don't have enough blood in me to register, and B, as you can tell, I'm very white passing, and I don't feel as though I have the right to claim that title when clearly I've had a lot more privileges. I've been afforded a lot more privileges than the rest of my family has. So it just feels nicer, I guess, to me just to call myself white and say that my mom is Native because she's had so much more worse experiences dealing with life based on her race than I have. The reason I bring that up is because I think all of these stories are either a skinwalker or a Wendigo. I don't even know. My mom thinks it's a skinwalker. So we'll just get started. When I was in high school, when I was going through that, in college, after school, like 19, 20, I would walk from my house through the woods in the dead ass of night. And I was so miserable and messed up that I didn't care. There are mountain lions in my hometown, by the way. I didn't care. I did not give a fuck. I was so miserable and wanted to die that I didn't care, that walking through the woods at night with earphones in my ears seemed like a good idea. I used to see weird shapes in the trees that looked kind of like children. And when I would that was when I was real deep in the woods. My hometown is covered in woods. It's mostly woods. And when I would see those, that was when I would get like, I need to go home, because either I thought that I was really tired, and back then I was religious, so I thought the devil was after me. That's a whole nother story. I thought the devil was literally hunting me down because I was gay. We're not going to get into that today. I used to also walk to the church at night, sometimes after the woods, because I'd be afraid the devil was after me. Behind their graveyard, they had this little park area, this little play area for the kids, and I would swing on the tire swing there and like sing AFI or My Chemical Romance. Not loudly, obviously, because it's like in the dead of night, but I would just sing and I would swing and I would try to heal from all the garbage shit that I went through the school day before. But so a lot of the times it was normal, it was fine, and sometimes this was dead of winter. So it was cold, and I could see my breath. Sometimes when I would walk up there, it was always in the same spot. I would see this figure of a man that looked like 9 feet tall between the trees of the little driveway that led up to the church. It was up a hill, and there was a bunch of trees around this little driveway, and the trees circled around the church because woods everywhere. But sometimes there was this man that was like 9 feet tall, and I had seen him so often that I had just started to ignore him, and I just assumed that it was a shadow, but I was too creeped out by it to, you know, go investigate it. But the last time I went there, this is going to sound insane, I saw his eyes glistening in the moon. So it was a man, a 9 foot tall shadow man standing a few feet away from me while I walked up the path, and I just froze. And then he started walking out to me, like literally walking out, but when he came, and I started backing up because I didn't know if I was dreaming or what, but when he came into the light, there was no features, he was still a shadow. So I took off running back down the road. This was dead of winter. I mentioned that earlier because I ran all the way back home in the dead of winter so much, and I breathed so heavily that my throat was raw and dry, and it hurt so bad when I got home. And I ran inside and locked the door, and then I looked outside, but nothing was there. And the reason why this freaks me out so much is because that very night my sister She called me the next day and asked me if I was okay, but that very night my sister had a dream that I was being chased by a shadow person down the street. So that is one of the creepy stories that I've had. Now, mind you, this could have just been a person, maybe like a meth head. They are very prevalent in my hometown. Maybe he wanted a cigarette. Maybe he was just hanging out there. I don't know. He never tried to hurt me before. He always just kind of stood there. It could have been a person that was incredibly tall. I don't know. I feel like it's important to tell the story and then tell what I think it was now, because I don't believe that it was a ghost or anything now. For the sake of the story, I thought it was like a Wendigo or something. But as of now, as an atheist, I'd just like to think that it was a person, either a meth head or just someone that was out in the night like I was. But that is about it for the church story, the Shadow Man. But I thought it appropriate to tell you guys horror stories from my life, considering I'm writing a horror story currently. A horror series, actually. But I hoped that you guys liked this video. If you did, please like, subscribe, comment. But honestly, I appreciate just a view. I hope you guys are safe and well and happy in 2021. I hope you aren't having any nightmare situations like this where you don't know for sure what happened. But I do hope that you are happy. I'll see you guys next time. Bye.